Hi, this is Molly, and we are ready to start part 2 of our Crazy Creature Flipbook. Let's go! Last time we learned to draw a pink dolphin from the Amazon River. This time we will learn to draw a green iguana from the Amazon rainforest. Let's get started.
Okay, now we're ready for our second crazy creature for our Crazy Creature Flipbook. I want you to take your ruler. We're going to do the same thing again. We're going to go over to the side and we're going to measure 3.5 inches in from that side. And we're going to do the same thing again. Take your ruler to the side and we're going to measure another 3.5 inch mark. And now we're going to take that silver line, or that metal strip on your side of your ruler, if you have one. Make sure your marks are lined up, and go ahead and draw a line. It goes from the top to the bottom. Now we're going to start at the top, and we're going to measure 1.5 inches in. Okay, so go ahead and make 2 marks, 1.5 inches in. Now we're going to take that metal side of your ruler, if you have one, or the side of your ruler, line those marks up and go across your sheet of paper. Okay, great job. Okay, now we are going to measure 3.5 inches down and then 5.5 inches down. Okay, and now we know what to do there, right? We are going to use our eraser and we're going to erase in between those 2 marks, okay? Over here on this side of the line, I want you to draw just a straight line like that. We're not quite touching our line over here, but we're close. And then we're going to draw a big half circle, but it's going to stop like that. Can you draw something like that? We don't quite close it in, but we will later. Okay, so straight line across, then a big almost half circle. We're not quite going to close that in. Okay, next we're going to draw just a smaller circle down here. See how that's not perfect? It's just kind of a blob. So you can kind of do the same thing. It can just be a smaller circle below that's touching that. Okay, so now we're going to go through this and we're going to go down just in a kind of a long downhill slope on that side, this side of the line. Good job. Okay, and then over here we're going to go down here again, close to this circle. Going to make another downhill line and turn in. Okay, so here we have the body of our next creature. Okay, do you have that so far? So kind of a big half circle shape, a circle attached underneath, a downhill slope, an angled line, and then one that goes back this way. See if you can get to that point. Okay, feel free to pause the video at any time. Okay, and now we're going to do a couple things. We're going to make 2 lines like this. Can you see those lines right there? The top one is a little longer than the bottom one. And we're going to go have it turn like that. And this one is also going to turn. Okay, I'm going to erase that line right there. See if you can see what that is. It is a leg. And guess what we're drawing? We're drawing an iguana. So if you've gotten to this point, wonderful. See if you can make that leg. So it was 2 lines right here first, and then I went down with each of those lines. The top line was longer than the bottom. Okay, now we're going to draw his toes. So I'm going to give mine 5 toes, just because. Okay, see if you can get to that point with your iguana. And now I'm going to draw this a half circle back here. And then we can go ahead and erase this line for his body because it's being hidden by his leg. Okay, we're going to go in like that to that thigh, come out again, and make kind of a zigzag. So big circle, little line, in, out, down, and we'll make those same spiky toes because they've got to be able to perch up in their trees and run on those rocks. Okay, can you get to that point? If you've gotten to that point, great job. If you need to pause the video and take it step by step and slow down, that is perfectly okay. Okay, now we're ready for our next step. So they have big long tails. I'm going to curve this tail around. See how I went down that way? Going to bring it to a point and come back up to that point. Okay? You know what? I kind of want it to be a little different, and that's okay. That's why we have erasers. So I'm going to go around and do that. Okay? All right, good job. Glad you've made it to this point. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to just add a little eyeball right here. Okay, and then we're going to start our smile, that just long right here and then a curve right here. And they have these two, maybe it's their ears, people say. If you want to draw 3 rings around it, so draw that right there. If you want to color in your eye more, that's totally fine. Now, of course, we wouldn't forget these. These are the fun part. If you could draw skinny little triangles going up his back. Can you do that? And I think they get smaller in parts, right? And they go all the way down. So if you want to go ahead and draw some skinny little triangles around this lizard, go for it. And I took mine all the way down to there. You can take them as far as you want them to go. Okay, now if you want to leave it like that, that's totally fine. If you want to put, so he's a little more stable, you can put some toes peeking out right here. And you can even just do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so he can stand a little bit better. Okay, great job. You have made your first iguana.
Please watch part 3 of the Crazy Creature Flipbook to finish your project. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, hey.